action.
Hey guys, guess what? It's finally time to answer those questions that you guys left in the comment section of the poolside chat video that I did, I think a little over a month ago. We have had a lot happening in my world, so I'm hoping now that the weather's changing and the summer's going to be settling down, I'll be able to get back into making videos because I really miss it. I really do enjoy it, and meeting so many different people on YouTube has been quite the experience for me. And it's just been a crazy summer ever since we got back from vacation. Our air conditioner went out twice on the house, and when it's
not the best
110, 115 degrees outside, you don't want to lose your air conditioner. And then the pool went south on us because we had a lot of monsoon storms.
Big time.
Yeah, big time. And
like it went, imagine a really dark, ugly green, and that you couldn't see anything clear. Like,
yeah.
You couldn't even see a speck of the first step pebble.
Yes, and we spent a lot of money pouring chemicals into it, cleaning it, and it just wouldn't come back. So we had to drain it, which is the video prior to this one.
And now it's full.
And now it's so clear, and I mean, I can't see through it, but everybody else can, so I'll take their word for it. Nice new clean pool, good to go. So
like
hopefully...
It's not clear green, it's clear crystal blue. Finally.
So hopefully everything's getting back to normal in our household. So, Kate has the camera because our tripod is not doing so hot these days. It's been knocked over way too many times. I need to get a new tripod.
Like when I knocked it over.
Yeah, it just... stuff happens. What can I say? So
the leg won't go back on, and I don't know how to put it back on. So
yeah, and it doesn't stay upright. It keeps falling down. The camera.
And the one leg tilted. One leg tilts. It's like a ballerina. Well, a video. One leg tilts over, and I tilt it back, and the other leg tilts over on the other side. So it's like I'm just gonna take it off the tripod.
So Kate has the camera. She's gonna try not to be too wobbly.
Try not.
Or as some people say, warbly.
Okay.
So my son copied and pasted the questions. So she's gonna read them off, and I'm gonna answer them.
There's about 10 or 11 of them. I don't know.
Yay! Cool. Here we go.
Okay, first one. Maniac Grammy's Homestead.
Hi, Brenda.
She asked, "Who picks out your great style and clothes you wear?"
Well, I appreciate you saying the great style because I don't consider myself being like in style. I don't really know what the latest styles even are. I have to ask some of my friends, but I just like what I like, and I go with my mother a lot, and she knows what I like. She knows me really well, and I like to shop online. But a lot of those don't give great descriptions of the clothing, so...
Yeah, like, a lot of them say, like, V-neck, like, some weird names.
There's some crazy names for...
Some, like, yeah.
I mean, just... I would say close your eyes and
like
have somebody read you the titles of some of the names of the blouses.
Like, one of them say, like,
on, like, Old Navy.
Yeah, like, one of them said, like, high linen, big, yeah.
I don't even know. So... I depend on other eyeballs. So my daughter is older now. My son even helps me a little bit, but he does not enjoy it.
Online and at the store, where like it looks like your style, it looks like what you would wear, and then tell her the pattern and what it would be like on her.
Yeah. And my husband is like a lot of men. He does not like to shop, but he will take me. He will take me, and he's good for about 20 minutes, and then he's like, "Oh, okay, just pick something out." But but he does his best. So my mom mostly, and my kiddos.
Yep.
Good question, Brenda.
Yeah. And the next question is from Debbie McWaters.
Hi, Debbie.
It says, "My questions are, how do you read your recipes? Do you read Braille? And do you have an all-time favorite recipe?" I do.
I do read Braille, but my recipes are not in Braille. I do have a couple Braille cookbooks, but I don't use them. I like to listen to recipes because of the way technology is now. I use my iPhone. I look up any recipe I want. I just hit, Google it or YouTube it. Before my iPhone, I had a thing called a Braille and Speak, and my mom, back when I lived with my mom, we would sit down probably once or twice a week and go through cookbooks. Her cookbooks, my grandma's cookbooks that I bought, and she would pick out, say, 3 or 4 recipes that day, and I would Braille them all out, which I say Braille, but it wasn't actual hard copy Braille. It was a Braille typewriter of sorts. It only had 7 keys, and it spoke to me. So it was like typing into a computer, but I was actually typing Braille keys, and then it would read it back to me. It was crazy cool, but I dropped that. It was about the size of somebody's day planner, and I dropped it more than once in the kitchen while I was cooking.
Oh, geez.
And the last time I dropped it, it just wouldn't come back. So I went without for a little while until I discovered the iPhone and how amazing it is. And that's what I use now.
In like some of your videos, like your self-vlog videos, you can hear her in the beginning turning her voiceover off, and it says voiceover off. And that's the voice that reads to her on her iPhone whenever she wants the voice to read to her. Mm-hmm. And that's the voice that always reads to her. So when she does 3 times with the home button, it says voiceover off, and that's what she does in the beginning of the video before she starts talking.
Right.
So her speech doesn't interrupt you.
Right.
So,
what was her other question? She had more than one.
Other question was, do you have an all-time favorite recipe?
All-time favorite recipe. Goodness. I just love all food. Probably a good old southern dish that my grandma would make, or my mom makes. My husband makes it too, but I specifically remember going to my granny's house to eat beans, taters, and cornbread. And it was usually a big pot of pinto beans that she cooked all day, fried potatoes and onions, and cornbread. Not corn muffins, but cornbread. That's probably one of my top favorites. I love tacos. Love tacos. And I love cheeseburgers. Definitely love cheeseburgers. So sometimes I think less is more. Like sometimes the most simple recipes taste amazing, like you spent hours cooking them.
It's like including garlic. So it calls for so and so, and you put 5 cloves of them. My favorite is the powdered sugar balls that you do at Christmas time.
Pecan sandies.
So good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did she have another question?
She had how do you read your recipes? Do you read Braille? Nope. All 3 of them are answered. Next question is from Lovely Kid Japan.
Tina!
Cow.
Tina Cow.
Question cow.
Question cow.
She said, where was I?
I have some of my iced coffee.
She said, I know it's going to be a weird question, but I always wanted to ask, what kind of dreams do you have? And is your kids helping you with your hairstyle?
By what kind of dreams do I have? I assume you mean can I see in my dreams, or how do my dreams appear?
Yeah.
I get asked that a lot, so it's not really a strange question, Tina. You can ask me anything you want to.
I think she means what do you dream of you not before you going blind, or no?
In my dreams, they come I imagine them. I know I'm blind, but it's not like I see nothing. In my mind, I'm seeing things. In my mind right now, I see this counter, even though I don't know exactly what it looks like. I know it's a dark granite, probably speckled
It looks like you spilled mini chocolate chip cookies on it.
Right. So I'm imagining things around me. I know off to the left is my oven and my cabinets. So although I don't know exactly what they look like in detail, I know they're there. So that's how it comes to me in my dreams, as I think it looks. But I have had dreams where I get my sight back. And those are crazy cool.
Those I wish they come true.
And depressing at the same time. Because the last one I had, I was sitting on the side of the creek, which is where we used to go camping all the time when I was a kid, before I went blind. And I was sitting on the side of the creek looking at the water and looking at the tadpoles in the water and the rocks, because the water was crystal clear. It was in Oak Creek Canyon, Arizona, just outside of Sedona, Arizona. And in my dream, I could see all of it. And I had my vision back. And it was very, very vivid, very clear. It was awesome. And then I woke up.
Yeah.
And that wasn't... I was pretty pissed off.
And then there is glasses that you can get your sight back, but I don't think they would work.
Not for me.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
And then the ones that if they invent for you, they're gonna be like millions and millions or trillions of dollars. We don't have.
It'll happen someday. They're working on it.
Yeah.
They're working on it. Well, do my kids help me with my hair? Nope.
No.
No, they do not.
Well, we do tell you if it looks nice or if it's poofed up.
But they didn't tell me the other morning when I woke up, and I had fallen asleep with like a bun in my hair, so it was all piled up on top of my head. Not a fancy bun, just one you pull up when you're hot. You pull it up in a rubber band,
Just a lazy
and it was like all crazy. It was like all pushed forward.
She looked like a million alfalfa heads.
It was like
in one.
Oh, my bun was that when I went to bed it was back here, but when I woke up it was up here, and then my bangs, I had hairspray in them the day before, and so they were all like, and I didn't even notice it, of course. Well, how would I? Until I went like this, and I just started cracking up. I'm like, it was morning. I wasn't going anywhere yet, thank God. But I was like, why did you guys tell me I look like Albert Einstein right now?
Because I want to see you look like Albert Einstein.
In general, no, they don't. They don't help me with my hair. I do it myself.
Yeah. And, like, a couple of mornings, her hair kind of looks like this. Sometimes the morning looks like yours and Dad's the same. Both, like, the middle of your head both sticks up. And the rest of the hair is, like, kind of like...
Oh, that's what
crispy.
I said. I go, why didn't you guys tell me I look like one of those monkeys? You know, one of those monkeys where their hair...
Like, kind of like the newborn spider monkey where their hair starts sticking up.
Maybe that's what they are. I remember seeing them. They're so cute, but their hair is all crazy. That's what I felt like.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
Where was I? Molly Smith.
Hi, Molly.
Oh, geez. What do you do in the summer when it's so very, very hot? Do the kids... sorry. Do the kids just primarily stay indoors or change out your schedule to mostly have evening activities? You're clearly a very good cook. What is your favorite thing and least favorite thing to cook? Sorry I'm wobbling the camera. I'm trying to read a paper.
Yeah,
and I can't look at the camera.
I know. You're multitasking.
Yeah.
In the summer, well, we usually try to do a vacation. We try to go to the beach. And if we can't go over to the beach, which is about 6 hours from us, then we try to go up north once or twice and maybe rent a cabin. We do have a motorhome, but is not doing so well right now, so we haven't been able to use that. But we try to do something.
Or we sleep.
But you know, my husband has to work, so I know a lot of people get seasonal depression, and I wouldn't say I get depressed. I'm not depressed. I don't do well with depression.
No.
It'll only last with me for about a day, and I'm like, I don't have time for this. But I do get down. I do spend the summer months, because it is brutal, guys. It's brutal here in the summertime.
It's like so sad when you come back from your favorite beach place into like hundreds degrees. And we were lucky when we were in California, like, I don't know, like 4 years ago or something, I don't know. And it reached 120 here. But we were in California in like a 76 degree.
Yeah. I mean,
Hi guys, how you doing?
This is my home and I love it, but I'm definitely a winter baby. I much rather be in colder temperatures. Probably not anything like Brenda has in Maine, but an Arizona winter is not bad. And it's coming. We're almost in October, and that makes me so happy. But yeah, I do get down. I do get down because people that live in the snow, in heavy snow, you get cabin fever and things if you're fortunate enough to be able to stay home, if you don't have to go out in it. Yeah. And I kind of do that here because I'm very sensitive to the heat because of the type of cancer I had and the treatments that I had. I get overheated and I get sick.
I have to wear sunglasses if the sun gets too bright. I have to wear sunglasses.
And we stay inside in the air conditioning. We watch a lot of movies. I watch a lot of YouTube videos, and we swim in the evenings. We try to grocery shop in the evenings. Yeah, I could totally be just like, what do they call it? Nocturnal? Is it nocturnal where you stay up all night?
Yeah, stay up all night.
I could totally do that in the summertime. Yeah. So that's why my videos have been slow coming, because I'm just like, wah, wah, wah. But hopefully it'll pick up.
Yeah, like I've seen you some days where you're just so frustrated when it's like a high degree.
Yeah. What was her other question?
Oh, wow. Did you just answer what do you do in the summer when it gets so very hot? Mm-hmm. Do the kids just stay primarily indoors or change out the schedule to mostly in the evening activities? And then she has another one.
What's the other one?
The other one is, you're clearly a good cook. What is your favorite thing and least favorite thing to cook?
My favorite thing to cook is bread. I love to bake bread.
And it's so good.
I love to bake all different kinds of bread and cinnamon rolls from scratch. That's my favorite. I get such joy out of making dough and have it just come out of that bowl like, wow. And every time I do it, it comes out, I'm just like, oh, it's so pretty, and my stepson even told me one time that I looked really happy when I'm baking. I like to bake cookies and stuff, but I much rather do breads and cinnamon rolls. And that was the other part. What's my least favorite thing?
Yes.
I don't like to cook bacon.
No.
I love bacon, but I do not like to cook bacon. I don't like to fry it in the skillet. It's very difficult when you're blind to flip bacon and and have it lay out nicely like it should.
And have it pop grease everywhere so you don't know
if it's going to pop grease everywhere, and it makes me nervous, and it gets grease all over my stove, and it makes me mad. So I do bake it in the oven sometimes.
It's so good in the oven though.
And it comes out really good like that. It keeps its shape a little better. It doesn't creakle up so much. But still, I just don't like all that grease. I'd rather have somebody else make it for me.
Yeah, like James or someone else.
Yeah, I just don't like all that mess.
Yeah. My least favorite is like something that has fat in it. Whatever has some slimy stuff in it, I don't like it.
Was it my least favorite thing to cook or my least favorite thing to eat?
The least favorite thing to cook.
Okay.
What is that sound?
What is that noise?
I don't know.
Something big flying around in my kitchen.
What is that?
I don't know. Hang on 1 second.
Can we pause the video?
No, don't pause it. Just hang on.
I just keep it where it is because it's a little messy.
What is that?
What? Can I please just pause the video and come see?
Okay, so anyway.
Okay.
I'm looking like I can see it. Anyway.
Better not be a flying cockroach.
Summertime. Oh. Anyways, we'll just ignore that for now. Next question.
Next question is for...
Go figure. If I don't get interrupted by animals or kids, I get interrupted by a bug.
Yep.
Oh, well, keep it real. We're not going to edit that out. Okay.
I am glad this is the last question because your phone is getting really burning hot.
Okay. Is it the last question already?
The last 3 questions.
Okay.
I was wondering how you and your husband met. Also, what does your husband do for a living, and question. Have you worked outside the home before your YouTube videos? Dang, these questions.
Okay, just give me the first one. How did we meet?
Yes.
We met in a bar.
Mm-hmm.
We did. It's true.
I like the story.
We met in a little town that I lived in called Crown King, Arizona, and he was up there getting away from the city, and he was there, and he was at the bar, and he bought me a beer, and there was an attraction there that was undeniable. So it was like instant. I don't know. He was different. I've had boyfriends before, and he was different. I didn't even have to wonder. He just was.
And you told me the story of how Grandpa goes, no, he's not taking you home.
Anyways, yeah, I told my dad was there, and my dad was leaving, and he said, do you need to ride up to the house? And I said, no, Carl's going to take me home. And my dad said, he is not taking you home. And I said, Dad, I'm 26 years old. So anyway, moving on, next question.
This is also from Shannon G. Also, what?
Hi, Shannon.
What? Oh, what? Okay. Also, what does your husband do for a living? And okay, yeah, that's the question. I'll go on to the other one later.
Okay, he is an engineer. He's a data center engineer. He makes sure that the servers and basically that the background of a data center keeps running. He just makes sure it all. There's something in my kitchen. He just makes sure it all keeps going. He's engineer.
At Aligned Energy.
You're not supposed to tell people everything.
Whoops. Next question. Also from Shannon. Have you worked outside the home before your YouTube videos? I know.
I have. I
Yes.
worked at Best Western for a little while. That was a learning experience. At the time, it was a horrible experience. I did. I was excited. I got the job on my own. I was actually running a fever when Carl took me up there, which was right up the street from here at their call center, and they liked me. I was wearing jeans and a sweater. I wasn't prepared for an interview. I heard they were hiring blind people, so I went up there, and I had a good rapport with the people that worked there, but then the state got involved, who helps people with disabilities do job placements. And even though I got the job myself, I didn't have anybody help me do it. One of their job coaches took credit for me getting the job. And then during the training experience was terrible. They weren't up to par with the speech programs that needed to be. And the person that was teaching us the speech program was also just learning himself.
It's going into the dining room, whatever that is.
And it was horrible. So, and I'm not a salesperson. I'm not good at sales, and it turns out there was a lot of sales involved in call center when people call a hotel, and I didn't like it. I would actually get sick. And then one day my job coach just wasn't there. And I said, where is she? And they said, she's on vacation. And so I was crying, and I quit that job. Carl came and picked me up, and it was just a bad experience. But
because she can't be gone, and then you just have to work.
We weren't ready to be on our own on those computers. And then
what does it say?
I had to transfer a call one time to somebody else because I was running into computer problems, and you weren't allowed to tell the customer that you were blind. You weren't allowed to say that. So I said, I'm going to have to transfer you because I'm having problems. And so I put them on hold, and I got another department on the phone, and the girl didn't realize I was one of the blind employees, and she said, oh, this has been happening a lot because, with our impaired employees, they just can't do this job. And she didn't realize who she was talking to on the phone. this was before I had kids. So if I was the person then that I am now, she would have gotten an earful from me because
I am the impaired person.
I don't know. Back then I would just go home and cry, and now I'm like, I don't go home and cry for anybody. So, but I did that. But then I also was a dispatcher for the fire department up in Crown King, the little town I lived in, and I really liked that. That was crazy scary at times, but I called in helicopters and I spoke to other fire departments, and I loved that. It was a volunteer job until we had an emergency call. Whenever we had an emergency call, then we got paid by the hour. And I did better than I thought I would. I didn't want to do it. I was sick to my stomach, but the fire chief felt I could do it, and I really liked it.
But my question is, what did you do there? Like instead of like, you wouldn't go with them in the truck because you couldn't really.
No, I stayed in the fire station, and I had a big radio system in front of me, and all I had to do was work the foot pedal when I spoke into the microphone, and I had a phone to my right, and I had all my phone numbers brailled and all of my coordinates for the helicopter landing pads. I had them all brailled and named, so I knew which one to send them to, and I would talk to the other end of things, the helicopters, where the helicopters came from, and yeah, I was actually better at that than I thought I would be, but I could never do it down here in the big city. No way.
All went well there.
Yeah.
No, in this big city, you would be doing everything a second.
Yeah, no. No.
A lot of things happen here.
Is that it?
Yep.
And there was one more question from Blood Lace Rose, asked 1 R or 2? And I know she means my name, and it is 1 R.
Jeri.
Jeri. I am named after my dad,
Which
but
is
his name is Gerald, and they call him Jerry. But
his
I
name
have
is,
3 older brothers, but they named me after my dad, so I guess
yeah.
it's all good.
But just to make sure, like for people calling you guys and by your names, they don't see Jeri and Jeri. His name is spelled different than hers.
Yeah, he's Jerry.
Yep.
So, was that the last question?
That was the last question.
Well, there you go. I hope you like this answer video. I hope you guys stay tuned with us if you're new to our channel. We're glad to have you here, and we hope you come back to see some great cooking videos. I am Jerry, and I am totally blind, and I like to cook with my kids, and I love YouTube. So we hope you come back.
Subscribe, put on the notifications, share, and like the video, and comment down below whatever you want. I don't know.
And now I have to go find out what's flying around in my kitchen because it sounds big. So
And scary.
and scary. So hope you like this video. See you next time.
And always look at the bright side.
Don't forget to look at the bright side.
Bye.